Okay, so this is going to be a full flare gown. It's going to have a spaghetti strap. So because it's big, I'm going to show you how I'm folding my fabric. So what you're going to do is to fold your fabric into two first, like this. I use 6 yards for this because it's really full. So you're going to fold your fabric into two. Then after folding into two, you can see I'm going to fold again in a triangular form, just like you fold for your half circle flare. So this way you have one side full. You can see that this side, this two is long. Okay, one side of the front and one side of the back is going to be full, while you have one side for front and back halfway like this. So we are going to be joining to this side that is not full. So I folded that on my fabric. So after folding, you have a side that is completely folded. You can see the four that we have here, they are all on fold, and then you have this side that has two of it open. So this side that is completely folded, which is this side, is going to be your center, while the side that have open parts like this is going to be the side. So here what you just need to do is to find where you have your bust measurement. The bust I'm working with is 44 inches, whereby 4 is 11. So you need to look for where you have your bust measurement plus 1 inch seam allowance. That's 12 inches for me. So I think I have 12 inches around here. So I'm going to bring in my ruler and then make a straight line there. So you don't want it to be too tight at the bust. This part is very important. So you can see how I've been able to spot where my bust measurement is. So after that, the next thing is to create your neckline. So depending on how off you want it to be, for me, I'm just going to come up by 4 inches from my bust point. So this here is going to be doubling like your armhole measurement. So for me, my armhole is actually 9 inches. So coming up 4 inches from 9 inches means that I'm going up by 5 inches. I hope you understand that. So I'm going to mark that point as well. This is where my chest line is going to be. So it's just like you're going up by 5 inches, and then you have this 9 inches as your armhole line. I hope we understand that. So here you're going to take your back measurement. That's your cross back measurement. For me, that's 16 inches divided by 2. That's 8. Normally you were going to fix 8 inches here, but because this is going to be a spaghetti strap, it's not a full shoulder, it's an off shoulder. So a strap is just going to hang it there. It's not supposed to be on your shoulder point. So you just deduct 2 inches, 2.5 or 3 inches, depending on how close you want it to be. Or you can just measure across your chest where you want your strap to be, and you put that measurement here. So for me, this 8 inches now, I'm going to deduct 2.5 inches from it. So I'll be left with 5.5 inches, and then I'm going to mark that here. So now after that, using my curved ruler, I'm just going to connect like this for my armhole curve. Okay, so now that is for my armhole. So now the next thing is to note your neck depth. So for my neck depth, I'm going to, when you're creating the floor, please be mindful, don't make it to be too curved inside, so that your boobs will not be showing. So here I've already went up by 5 inches. So for my neck, I think 7 inches is fine for me, 7 or 7.5 inches. So here now I'm going to connect from that point to where my strap is going to be. So this is my neckline and this is my armhole, and that is all you need to do. So from here now you start taking your full measurement. So here, remember I went up by 5. I'll place this here, and then here I'm going to take my full measurement. The full measurement I'm working with is 59 inches with allowance. So I'll go ahead and mark all of that. So let me just illustrate what I have done here, because I will not be able to show that because of my. So here is my neckline, here is my armhole. So from here now you mark your 5 inches, and then you start taking your full length measurement. So you mark it from there, all like that, and then you cut it out. So after cutting it out, I'm going to cut off the excess. You can see the shortage that we have here. We're going to cut that. So I'll cut this now. So I'm just leaving like allowance here while cutting, and then I'll come here as well and cut. can see what I have there. This is my neckline, this is my armhole, and I have already cut the full length. So here, this is where I have the shortage, just like I was explaining. So at this point now, we're going to join them together. So if you want to join neatly and you don't want it to show, especially if your fabric have pattern like mine, you can see. So when I'm folding it, I'll make sure that I follow my pattern correctly. So you can see how the pattern goes here. So I'm just going to follow that exactly. So if I put it like this, you can see this XO pattern where it is. I'll make sure to match it very well. Just make sure you arrange it very well. And then that way, sorry, it's not going to be obvious that you joined, so you can see. So you see, this rhymes, this part also rhymes. Make sure you arrange it well, then I'm going to pin it together. So now the one underneath is going to match as well, because the fabric, because of the way the fabric is made. So you can see this is where these lines are, and this is where the XO are on the one underneath as well. Okay, so you can see now I have pinned this. Make sure that it matches. It have to match everything like this. That way it's not going to show that you joined it. And when pinning it, I pinned on this so that this will serve as my seam allowance. I'm not going to have any shortage. So after pinning it now, you're going to flip it to the side that is complete. Okay, this is the side that is complete, which is done. And then I'm going to go ahead and use that to cut it out, so you will easily see where to cut. So now I'm going to cut it, and then we'll go ahead and join. So it is that simple. You just need to get your patterns right. Once you get the patterns right, it's not going to be so obvious that there is a joining there. So now we have done cutting and everything now is full. So I'm here to open the side. There is one side that is still closed, so I'll go ahead and open it up, and then I'm going to join the part that we cut out first before I start joining before I start turning the neckline and fixing the pocket. It's very easy to make once you get the cutting right. So I have sewn it, and you can see. So here you're just going to go ahead and iron it. Press the seams open so that I can relax it. But let me show you what it looks like. You can see. So this is the joint part. You can see that our design is continuous. See it here. So this is the first side, and for the second side as well, the design is also continuous. This is where I joined it. So especially we are working with fabrics that have pattern, I just need to pay attention. This is where I joined it. So I just make sure that they still take the pattern that they already have. So now I'm going to cut facing for it. I'm not going to use hash okay anymore. It's not going to be enough. So I will use this same fabric to cut facing, so that I can clean up the neckline and the armhole area. Remember, it doesn't have a sleeve. So I'll just put my fabric on bias like this, and I'm going to fold the dress and place it on it. So what I just need to do is to cut out exactly what I have on my neckline. After placing them on each other like this, you make sure that everything aligns just the way you have it on your dress. I'm going to cut out the exact same shape that I have there, my neckline and my armhole. Then I'm going to remove this. Then I'll just cut this out. So this is going to be my facing. It's just like a small lining. Okay, so I'm going to cut another one for the back as well. Okay, so now I'm going to sew in my strap. I have cut out the facing. You can also use bias to turn this, but I don't want to have seam line on my neckline on my armhole area, so that's why I'm just turning with my facing. You don't have to use facing like I am doing. So I have gone ahead to cut out my strap. My strap is a bit wide because I want it to cover the bra hand at least, so it's about 1 inch. So you just cut it and turn it out, and the length here is 12 inches, as you can see. So here I'm going to pin like this and sew the strap. Then after sewing the strap, I'm going to use my facing to turn it out. So you do the same thing for the side. After doing this side, the other end of the strap, I'm going to sew it to the other side as well and turn. And you can see how beautiful it is and how simple it is to make. I hope you enjoyed making this beautiful tutorial with me. If you enjoyed it, let us know in the comment section. Like, comment and subscribe to our channel. Kindly follow us on all our social medias at Library Dress on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, on all social media platforms, and you can shop any of our designs on librarytress.com. Thank you.